Welcome back to today's English time. Today, I'm going to talk about auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. In our previous session, I told you that there are two types of verbs in English. They are ordinary verbs and auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Today I am going to focus on auxiliary verbs in English. There are two types of auxiliary verbs in English. They are principal auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. What are principal auxiliary verbs? Forms of be belong to the category of principal auxiliary verbs, and also forms of have and forms of do.
Forms of be: is, are, was, were. Forms of have: has, had. Forms of do: does, did.
In total, there are 11 principal auxiliary verbs in English. They are is, are, was, were, do, does and did, have, has and had. In addition to it, there are modal auxiliaries also. There are 13 modal auxiliaries in English. All these together we can call as auxiliary verbs or helping verbs in English. Why do we call them helping verbs or auxiliary verbs? Because you must remember, they are used to say the tense. They are used to express the mood of the speaker. That is why they are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs in English. Mainly, the principal auxiliary verbs determine the tense of a sentence. Let us take an example. I am writing a letter. He is playing football. They are working in the field. I have used is, are. Which tense do we see here? It is the present progressive tense. It is the present continuous tense in English. The action is in progress. The action is continuing. The action is presently in progress. Let us think about these in other terms. I was writing a letter. He was playing in the field. They were writing letters. I used was and were. They are all showing past actions in English. Past action. The action which was progressing or continuing in the past. That is why we can call those sentences as past continuous tense or past progressive tense. So let us think about other examples also. I have completed my work. He has written a letter. They have played football. Here I have used two auxiliary verbs, have and has. Here these words show present perfect tense. Again, let us think about other sentences. He had completed his work. They had completed their work. Here I again used had. Had is another auxiliary. It is also principal auxiliary verbs in English. Here this had shows a past perfect tense. The word had again determines the tense there. Let us think about other examples also. He works in the field. They work in a school. Here, there are auxiliary verbs. We cannot see it there directly. But when I say he works in a field, it means that he does work in a field. They work in a school. It means that they do work in a school. Here, do and does are used. They show simple present tense. Again, I can say this sentence in other way. He worked in a school. Where is the auxiliary verb? Here also the auxiliary verb is hidden. He worked. They worked. It means they did the work. He worked. It means he did the work. It shows past tense. Here, what I want to tell is that principal auxiliary verbs are mainly used to say the tense of a sentence. So, it is very important. But mind one more thing. These principal auxiliary verbs can be used as a main verb also. Let us think one example. I am a teacher. I am teaching English. In both these sentences, I used a word am. In the first sentence, am is the main verb because it shows what I am, the state of being. In the second sentence, am is a helping verb. It shows the tense of the sentence. I am teaching English. Now, I am teaching English. So, in the second sentence, am is used as a helping verb. I hope you have got a clear picture of what are principal auxiliary verbs in English. Now it is time for winding up. Let us meet in our next session. Till then, bye-bye.